Good day, amazing souls. How are you feeling? So, today I would like to speak about a client that I just had, and I think it's really important to speak about this, especially now. So, we have this vessel, this body, and we're supposed to take care of it, and vice versa. This body takes care of us, right? So today I want to talk about a heart wall 33. As we all know, well, if we don't, I am now an emotion code practitioner. Yay! I got my certification. And in my findings, I've come across some really relevant and interesting information. 55. So, first, we're going to speak about the heart wall. A heart wall is a wall made up of different trapped emotions, 111. And the heart purpose is to protect us. It's there to pump out blood, help, circulate the blood. Um, it it has different functions. But the one that I'm going to speak about today is the protection. The heart protects us from emotional baggage, emotional trauma, emotional damage, right? And what will happen sometimes is these emotions will get lodged there or trapped there, right? And so many of them being trapped there will cause heart problems, heart disease. When they speak about all these heart things that go on with the heart, I started really questioning, could heart disease, and it's really prevalent in the brown community, right? And we all know that the brown community, we're very emotional individuals, right? Not to say no one else isn't. I'm just saying I know this is a fact for this community. So we gotta wonder what is going on with the emotion, right? What is going on with the heart? So let me tell you a quick story. There's an individual who came to me and asked me, hey, can I get a session? And I said, sure. So the session usually takes about 15 to 20 minutes, if that long, and it's done by proxy. You don't have to be on the phone. You don't have to be on the camera. You don't have to have any kind of engagement. Just let me know a couple of four different things, and, you know, I start the session. Anyway, this one individual comes to me and I said, I did a heart wall release on this same individual. I think about 3 weeks ago, I finally released the heart wall. So I asked the particular individual before I gave out any of the findings. I say, hey, has anything triggered you lately? And the individual said, well, that's pretty vague. And when she said that's pretty vague, I knew she had a trigger. So ultimately, what happened is she had a trigger that triggered this heart wall all over again. Because in the one session of releasing 14 trapped emotions, I believe it was three heart wall trapped emotions that I found again. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm going back through my notes because I keep notes. And I'm like, I know I released her heart wall. How is it that she has a heart wall already? Well, come to find out she's in an abusive relationship and, all these things are going on. The point is, the heart can only do but so much. There has to be a balance of heart and mind, right? And sometimes we can be so in our hearts that we forget to intellectualize things. You know, we could we could pay and get all of these things fixed on the outside or even on the inside, 444, right? However, what's the point if we're not doing anything but keeping that same energy and vibration in our auric field? It's another young lady I did a couple weeks ago. um, I was doing a regular session on her, and come to find out, she had a heart wall trapped emotion, and it would not allow me to release it. And I'm just like, what is going on? So finally, I hear she the heart wall has a material. This, and I'm just like, okay. And I'm going through the different materials now. I don't know how many got there going elements are on the periodic table. However, the one element, it just didn't dawn on me. So I finally came to this one element: water. This individual had a heart wall of water, or a trapped emotion, a heart wall material of water. And I'm like, well, do I need to know the size of it? And it said yes. Come to find out, her heart wall was 7 oceans large. Now, I know to the normal person, that's like, that can't be, but we're thinking about an energetic level, right? So I said, wow, that seems kind of extreme. So I don't know what took me down this rabbit hole. Come to find out, this individual needs a heart transplant. And I said, that makes sense because the heart is drowning, the heart was eroded. And remember what water does. If water gets trapped into something, it can get muddy, murky, um, mildewy, right? And I asked the lady, I said, are you having issues with your heart? And she said, yes, I need a heart transplant. And I said, wow. And it really just blew my mind. We never know what we're holding on to. It could be from the past. I mean, the far, far distant past. It could be from the now. I even did a young lady who had a trapped emotion from the future. And that really blew my mind because I'm like, okay, I didn't know that I could release future trapped emotions. So, with that being said, we must develop um, emotional intelligence, because the emotions, a lot of individuals, and I know for me, and I'm still learning, I had no clue of what the emotions were, what they did, why they are, right? Emotions have a huge, huge role. They play a huge role in our existence. And it's important that we learn what the emotions are, why they are, what emotions we're feeling, really connecting, especially us women, really connecting to our emotions. Because one thing is for certain and two things for sure, that moon is steadily moving, right? And I'm hearing a lot of things. I won't go into that. But we have to protect our hearts. We have to be more intelligent with our emotions. So, with that being said, I am an emotion code practitioner. I am a spiritual life coach. I have developed a method to assist with not trapping emotions any longer, or being more aware of our emotions, so that instances like these beautiful beings trapping these heart walls and just not really being self-aware can be dissolved. So if you have any questions, leave a comment below or email me. And with that being said, have an amazing rest of your day, and as I've heard plenty of times, happy healing.